what country you're representing, throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Family, boy. I'm gonna let a few hundred of y'all come in before I go in. How about that? How about that? I give some shout outs. I see Keon. What up? Jesse. Barbara. Lisa. Who is that? And Griffin. Eric. L. Well, family, I got some bad news. Some of y'all might think this is good news. BET Awards and Soul Train Awards have been canceled. The BET Awards and Soul Train Music Awards have been canceled. What do y'all think about that? Good idea or bad idea? Some people suspect that Donald Trump, your president, might have something to do with it. What do y'all think about that? Trump canceling the BET Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards. Y'all think Trump has something to do with it? Y'all think Trump care about the BET Music Awards and all that type of stuff? You think he would, he petty, but you think he would, like, stick his nose into that? Like, does he care? Is it that valuable? I will tell you this, fam, that BET came from humble beginnings. You know, when Robert Johnson, started BET in 1980, they started on I think it was like a sports network owned by this sports network. And it was only two hours a week. And as you know, it turned into, it went on to be a 24-hour thing, 7 days a week. And then eventually it evolved into platforms, with BET Linear being their major platform. So BET has grown over the years in terms of, I would say its digital footprint. But I don't know as far as like viewership. I think BET had more viewers when Bob Johnson owned it than it does now, since Viacom owns it. I don't trust BET because of that. After they sold it, everything changed. Even before he sold it, it wasn't great. It had some hiccups. It had some improvements. It had a few improvements to make, but overall the quality was a lot better than what it is now. BET right now is, it's just not a good program. Let me just put it like that. It's just not really good. It's just not really good programming. So now they've canceled the BET Music Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards. And some people are hot about that because they're saying that, hey man, we already don't have a lot to call our own. Right now, we don't have a lot to call our own. And now they're canceling the little stuff that we do have. Now, it's important to note that the BET Award is still going down. The BET Awards itself is still going down. But the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards has been canceled. According to BET executives, it really hasn't been canceled. It's been suspended indefinitely. Sounds like cancel to me, man. That sounds like cancel. That sounds like cancel to me. Suspended indefinitely? Y'all know what happens when they suspend an athlete indefinitely, right? When an athlete gets suspended indefinitely, it's a wrap. It's over. So I think the BET Hip Hop Awards was pretty important. I think that was a good, because hip hop is the dominant. It is the dominant music force right now. It's the dominant music genre. Say what you want to say about hip hop, but it's still the most dominant music genre out there right now. All over the world, you can't walk into a club. You can go into a country club and hear some hip hop. You can go into a club in anywhere in the world, and you're going to hear some hip hop. You can't say that about any other genre. You cannot say that about any other genre of music. Say what you want to say about hip hop, but hip hop has evolved into such a juggernaut that it can't be denied, and it deserves its own award show, just like country music, or whatever, Latin music awards or whatever, well, that covers all Latin music. But anyway, you know what I'm saying, man. Hip hop deserves its own category. It deserves its own award show. And if BET ain't gonna do it, it's a perfect time for someone else to do it. Somebody else put it together and, take up the slack. But do it better. Because let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
What up, bro?
let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Hip hop, the Hip Hop Music Awards, the BET Hip Hop Music Awards, over the last few years, has been trash. What Bubba say? What did he say? It's just trash. It's been trash, man. Straight trash. That's right, I said it. It's been straight trash. It's been straight trash. So I ain't sad to see it go away. I'm not sad to see it go away. I think somebody else should do it and do it better. Do it better, and make it safe. Make it safe. Get everybody on board. Make it a big family event. And if somebody don't feel like family, they don't want that energy, they come with any type of adverse energy, then it don't matter how many records they sold, keep them out of it. Keep them off the show. Or put them on the show and separate them from the rest of the people who want to come there and have a good time. Now, I know it's hard to not have somebody on the show and they're selling a lot of records, or they super hot at the time. When they're super hot, you want to have the hottest artist in the world. It actually legitimizes your platform. It makes it easier for other artists to want to be a part of it. So I get that. But if that artist come with a bunch of drama, you got to set it up in a way where you protect everybody else from that artist. So at the very least, he can't get along with everybody else, then you separate him. Let him do his thing and then get him on out of there. But yeah, I'd say this is the perfect opportunity for somebody who's been complaining about BET not really bringing the heat to do it better. This is a perfect opportunity for a competitor to come out there and do it better. So all is not lost. Go out there, do it better. hire a real advertising team to put the big dollars behind it. Make it a spectacle. Make it a spectacle. Somewhere where you don't know what to expect when you go, it blows your mind. And you have every artist wanting to be a part of it. And you also have people who are not artists wanting to be a part of it. You'd have actors and singers and everybody in between wanting to be at the Hip Hop Awards. But in order to do that, they're going to have to tame the beast, so to speak. Because there are a lot of uncivilized mutts in hip hop. I gotta just call it like it is, fam. I gotta call a strike and a ball a ball. I love all y'all, but sometimes our people be acting evil. So I gotta call it out. Gotta call it out. I think the Soul Train Music Awards was cool, but I don't know. Is that too many award shows? BET they got the BET Awards, and they still have the Stellar Awards. BET Awards, they still got the Stellar Awards. They don't have. They suspended the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards. Both have been suspended indefinitely, which pretty much means out of here. I'll tell you straight up, fam. I'm not gonna miss either one of them because I haven't watched either one of them in years. I'm talking probably closer to decades, not one decade, but like decades. So I'm not gonna miss either one of them. Yeah, hell, I haven't watched the regular BET Awards or the Stellar Awards in over 20 years, probably 25 years. Yeah, I haven't watched any of it. I haven't watched MTV or none of it. The VH1 Award, none of it. Too much neck snapping, popping, and twisting going on. Hard to watch. A big part of the sync too, fam, is like when rappers start lip syncing, it was over. That was a time, believe it or not, that rappers did not lip sync. That was a time when rappers did not lip sync. I know that's hard to believe, but that was a time when rappers did not lip sync. That was a time when rappers rapped their whole songs front to back, hooks and all. That was a time. When rappers started getting that R&B money, it all changed. That's when it all changed, fam. What's up, Costa Rica? R.I.P. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Colorado. What's up, Jazzy J? Turn that cap lock off for me, player. What up, Derek? Yeah, that's it, fam. It's a wrap. BET or Hip Hop Awards is a wrap. Soul Train Music Awards is a wrap. They said that they're suspending it indefinitely. They're suspending both indefinitely, which pretty much means out of here. Out of here. I pretty much think all of the award shows are trash anyway, fam. I mean, not just the black. I think all of them are trash. Because number one, most of the time the people that win, their stuff ain't good enough to win. And then when somebody do win, then when they find somebody that is good enough to win, when somebody deserves to win, they decide we're gonna give them all the damn trophies. We're gonna give all the trophies this night to one person. For every category, they just winning every category, they just winning everything. That lets you know the deck is stacked, fam. The deck is stacked. I remember when I was little, I used to watch award shows and I would wonder, man, how is this person winning when everybody else, I know that nobody like this person, everybody like this guy, everybody like this song. And this person would win. And I was like, then I got into the music industry and I sat in the audience myself and watched people get nominated and win awards in front of me and my group. And I'm like, man, fuck out of here, man, get out of here. That's when I realized, I was like, man, that's when I wrote, I wrote the song called Trophy. Where's my trophy? That's when I wrote the song Trophy, when I realized that it was rigged. I said, oh man, it's rigged, okay. So I got mad, and I did what I would do all the time when I was writing music. I still write a little bit every now and then, but I did what I used to do all the time, and that's when I get mad, I go in. I did the same thing with F for War. When I wrote that song, I was watching George Bush talk about George Bush Sr. talk about reinstating the draft. And I was like, fuck war. I ain't going to war for it talking president, man, get out of here. You want a war, you go fight the war. Can you imagine, fam? Somebody starting a fight and they send you to go finish it. They send you out into the battlefield. They start the fight. These two suckers can't get along because two suckers can't agree on something. Thousands of motherfuckers die for nothing. You can't pay me to join an army camp or any other the military branch of the United States of that America be a soldier. What for? They put us on the front line, but when it comes to getting ahead, they put us way behind. I ain't getting my legs shot off while Trump old ass is on TV playing golf. Imagine that, fam. You go start a fight, and then you don't like what somebody say, or you don't like what somebody do, so you just go, sick them, go get them. You at home chilling, and they out in the battlefields killing and dying. How much sense that make to you? But they got us brainwashed. They got a number of us brainwashed to go out there and do just that. But they think that's a proud moment for some of them. Boy, some of them just live to do this to the president. Yes, sir. Hell no. Send your own kids out there to die at war. Send your kids out there. Send your grandchildren out there. Send your great-grandchildren out there on the battlefield. You send your kids first, and then we'll talk about mine. Send your grandkids to the battlefield first. Show me how much you love the United States. Start at home. Send your grandchildren and your children and your grandchildren to the war zones first. That'll make me believe it. That'll make me believe in the patriotism more. If your family go out there and fight. Unfortunately, it usually takes people to go out there and serve and get done dirty before they finally catch their snap and say, man, I understand now. I get it now. It's one big old ruse. Buckhorse, DC, what up? Angela Dadnack. Muhammad Ali did what I would have done. I made my mind up when I was a youngster. I said, I'm not going. Well, let me back up. I'm lying. Well, I guess I still was a youngster, but I didn't catch my snap about the military until I was probably about 19 when I caught my snap. Maybe 20. I saw what was happening for real, and I was like, hell nah. Nah. I saw how veterans was living. I saw how veterans couldn't get their medicine. They couldn't get health care. And if they did, they had to wait in line and go through this long laundry list of paperwork. They couldn't get any benefits. I'm like, man, this dude got his leg shot off and he homeless. This person over here got half his head knocked off. And he got to stand in line and he got rejected. Maybe that's a little extreme, but some people get rejected for different reasons, but some people get rejected because the paperwork wasn't filled out right or whatever. They shouldn't make it that difficult to fill that paperwork out in the first place. My name is such and such. This is my social security number. This is where I served. Give me my damn benefits. It didn't take you to fill out all that paperwork to get in. But now that you want benefits, oh man, they want you to fill out 10,000 damn documents. And then when they have a sports game, they want to parade the veterans in front of people and salute and all that stuff. Yeah, and everybody, thank you for your service. 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 Stroke the check, sucker. Thank you for your service. Well, when the hell y'all gonna serve me? When y'all gonna pay me for my service? If you have been in the Army and you've been on the battlefield, if you've been on the battlefield, or if you lived in the barracks or whatever, and you experienced some type of injury from an attack from the opposition, or even if you got hit with friendly fire, if you've been on the battlefield, or if you was injured in any kind of way associated with war, you should be rich. Not just doing well, you should be rich. There's no way entertainers and athletes should be making more money than somebody who went out on the battlefield and risked their lives. And there's no way that entertainers and athletes should be honored more and looked up to more than somebody who's went out on the battlefield and risked their life. If you went out there and you tried to deliver supplies for soldiers or for refugees or people that was caught up in the war, and you got your head knocked off, you lost a finger, or you lost your mind, you should be rich. And I'm not talking about giving you one hit one time. You should be given a certain amount of money every single month for the rest of your life. They got it. They got it. I'm telling you, they got it, man. They always come up with the money when they want to. They got it. America got that money. Y'all saw what happened when Russia attacked Ukraine. Boy, they were stroking $100 billion checks left and right. Here go 10 billion. Here go 5 billion. Here's another 30 billion. 500 million. They got the money. They got it. They always had the money when they need it. When they want to do something, they come up with the money. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all joining the live. But BET Awards and the Soul Train Music Awards are no more. Is this just semantics here? You know, that it's been canceled or it's been indefinitely suspended? What do y'all think, fam? And give me a thumbs up if you ain't got a problem with it. If you cool with it being canceled, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs down if you say, no, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.